So boom, what's up everybody? This your girl Eesh checking in, Nightmare Projects, and I have the pleasure of sitting here today with Young LA and Barber T, getting a haircut, getting ready for his photo shoot today. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed. Like all is well. How you doing, Eesh?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me here.
Okay.
It's an honor to be here. You're really a legend in the city, for real, for real. You think so?
I mean, if everywhere you go, you can't get around that phrase. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't think it get stowed out there for no reason. I think everybody who says it has evidence to back up why they feel like that. And that's all I hear. So, I mean, I just started embracing it. Young living legend. You know what I mean?
For sure. Because you were definitely one of the people who pioneered the futuristic sound, the futuristic era that we went through in Atlanta. Right. And now we in the future now. So how you think I know your sound has really molded the whole industry of how sound is. How you feel about that?
I just it really speaks to the phrase timeless. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's like how you say we in the future now, but it's like, I mean, people fully understand what it is I was trying to break through, or the barriers, just like through fashion, through the fashion culture, through the sound of the music, through the melodic melodies, through all of that kind of stuff. You know, when I first entered in, it was like, to the world it was new, and a lot of people didn't really catch it at that time. It kind of went over their head. They thought it was like just a gimmick, or this, that. But I was showing them, no, this is the way of the life of the youth.
Right.
This how we coming.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't just for me. I was speaking for youth all over the world, and especially in Metro Atlanta. Like, the way I looked it and the way I came out to the world, it was 100 more kids looking the same way in Metro Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So it was a way of life, and I think that's what kind of separates me when you talk about timeless, like to still be relevant now. To still listen to the sound and like, dang, man, the sound's still relevant. To look at the fashion and the culture, what we at is how we coming, and how we're doing certain things. And I still see like glimpses of stuff that I had a chance to stand strong in the gap and break barriers for. And I think it's dope. Like,
for sure, because when you first came out, I had just went to school, still in college, and that futuristic love come on, and it's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like even with us being from Metro Atlanta, we still played a big part of taking the music to different colleges and just really like spreading that love around for you.
I can see that, because like you say, when like you say, you get to go off and you do choose to further your education, most likely a lot of kids, they leave from home. Mm-hmm. So for the ones that were from Atlanta during that area, to take that and spread it, and just the lifestyle of what was going on where they were from, I think that was big too. So that's just dope to me.
Definitely. So we haven't really heard much, or some people haven't really heard much from you from that era to now. Right. So where have you been? What you been doing between, tell us about your gap.
Just for real, getting better as a person, working on me, growing up, becoming a man, just getting with mentors and people that were doing things differently than I was doing, not just on the artist side, but on the executive side, and a chance to sponge up some of that, you know what I'm saying, and see the business side. When I first came out, I ain't know nothing about the business. Mm-hmm. I just was from the projects, Tomerville Heights, and I just loved it. Like, this was my passion. I was always unique. I was always fly and different. I was known for that before music. Just going to the club and I would wear something crazy. Yeah. Like, and I would have a crazy haircut. Like, and that was my whole thing even before rap. And so I was known for that from people in Inglewood, or people in Lila Valley, people in Summer Hill, all the surrounding Zone 3 area. You know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of built myself. So just a chance for these ventures and kind of grow. Also perfect my craft, you know what I'm saying? Get more into the production side of it, you know what I'm saying? It's so many ways to be talented.
Right. So with you taking that time to do that homework and perfect your craft and speak with those mentors, what is one of the biggest lessons or the biggest things that you've taken from that time that you're going to implement into this new wave of Young LA?
Decision making. I think decision making and just a sober mind. So being able to really see situations when they come and see it clearly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not see it under the intoxication or under the influence. Because really when you under the influence, we thinking clear because, you know, we get so used to doing it, but you're not thinking your clearest.
Right.
So I think that, and like I say, the consistency, because all of these guys have been very consistent in whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you know, doing music or you a barber or, you know, you do nails. Consistency, that's like the key, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I see you teamed up with Johnny Cabell. He's a great manager, so I'm sure he's gonna take you to new heights. How's it been working with Johnny?
It's been dope, because I understand the infrastructure and I understand it from a professional level, of doing it and doing this like my whole entire life. Like I met Zaytoven when I was 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, this is what I've been doing. You know, I've been around this, you know what I'm saying, my whole life and ushered up into it. So, Johnny, he does things at certain heights. And he does it at heights that I'm used to, you know. I've been at those same heights. And I think me and him together is just, I love his work ethic and he love what I bring, like my work ethic. And so with us together, it's going to be crazy. Johnny's a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend. He got a good roster. And adding you to the roster make him real legendary. So he can't fuck this up because we going to be at your neck, Johnny. I'm just letting you know. So you do have some good projects coming out. You had just dropped a video. You know, you have a tape coming out with Zaytoven. Yep. Tell everybody about the new tape.
I mean, you already know when you get Lay and Zay together, like, y'all know what it do. Like, that's my mans, and a lot of my classic music, a lot of the things that got the LA engine going came from Ziggy, you know what I'm saying, as far as on the production. And that's my real brother. So us back at, you know, he's perfected his craft, I perfected my craft. He's been through things in his life, I've been through things in my life. So we both have got to this point, and I think with us together right now at this time, I feel like it's the season for it. And I mean, like, I can't get around it. You know, all my fans, like, boy, you know, boy, I want to hear you and Zay get in. Zay, you so it's like, with this EP, Blaming on Zay, it's going to be out the park. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a, you know, just don't expect really nothing different. Like, expect classic LA and Zay. You know what I'm saying? We have a sound that we've cultivated and we've shaped, and like, we're not gonna go away from our sound. We're gonna definitely give you what you want, you know.
Right.
So everybody, you know, I Got It was produced by Zay. First I Fall Back, Then I Lean Down was produced by Zay. That's an old record. Yeah, and featuring Young Ralph, another one of my Zone 3 compadres, and I mean, so to do this with Zay is like, it's legendary and it's classic. Yeah. So
when we expecting that?
2020 first quarter.
Got you.
You know, we gonna roll it out in the first quarter. The first lead out video, I Got It, which we remade I Got It, and you know, and it was like one of my classics with Zay. So it was like, it's crazy, like the new production. It's just stupid. So I'm just excited about that. I'm excited about the visual that we got with it, and it's a movie. Like, I can't explain it no other way but movie time.
It's time for it. 2020, we looking for big things coming from Young LA. Tell everybody out there who not following you how they can follow you on social media and get your music and everything.
You got to know Young LA, social media, y'all can YUNGLA_, so that's Young LA_ on all my social media. That's how y'all can find me. And just stay tuned. Like, it's a wave right now. You already know Futuristic Leland, y'all know Trendsetter. I'm just always trying to find, like, what else can I do? Because sometimes I feel like, man, I done did so much in, like, a short time as far as just being unique. So it's a challenge, like, every day for me as an artist and as a person to challenge myself to be more creative. Or, okay, so how can I stay in my bag? Like, okay, I did that. How can I switch it? Or how can I mesh this together with this and see what I come up with? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, story of being a trendsetter.
Yes. So y'all tap in, give them some ideas. y'all looking for some new things from Young LA, make sure y'all give them some ideas. Well, all right. Appreciate you for having me do this. Barber T. This is real. This is some real epic shit going on. Like, don't everybody get to talk to people while they getting a haircut. So, I appreciate y'all for making this happen for me.
I appreciate you letting us pop it with you, baby.
Of course. And make sure you're going to come back to the show, so that's going to be fine. But all right.
It's all good.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And